What's up? I'm Dr. And I'd like to welcome you to the Hood on. What's up? What's up? What's good with everybody? And as always, I'd like to welcome you motherfuckers to the Hood on Rock. Off top, I gotta apologize, man. I've been gone. I've been handling business. I've been here to do my shows like I'm supposed to because, like I've been telling you guys, I got a few things behind the scenes I gotta take care of to continue to grow this brand and go on to the next level. I'm not just a YouTuber, I'm a businessman, so I'm sure you guys understand me being unavailable certain times and days and shows to handle business to get to that bag. Plus, when I get to a bag, it also benefits you guys, my viewers, because as you can see, I'm the only one who don't mind sharing that bag with you guys. Now, today we got a few topics going on. One of the topics is a lady who was on a cruise. She was, having an issue. Security tried to sustain her or tried to, calm her down and get her to, some act right. And at some point, she jumped over or somehow fell over the cruise and is said to a fatal death, meaning she must have died due to this jump or falling over. Let's go ahead and tap in and find out what the fuck happened and what type of shit she was on. Let's go. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As always, welcome to the hood. All right, it says cruise ship disaster show struggle with security. Let me sure you guys can see it. And then it says apparently before passengers struggle with the passenger apparent fatal jump video and see what was going on with the lady and the security. As you can probably already guess, this shit probably gonna end up being crazy. Viewer discretion is advised. Alicia!
All right. All right. This one. Name 3 prime time or late.
Get it real. Who was it?
Let's just crazy. Let's watch that one more time.
Someone.
Hold on, let me refresh this. Watch this one more time. That shit was crazy. Didn't you get to see her actually jump? The people that's recording, the people that's been caught video, they clearly were saying she was over. She dove over. It said fatal. I mean, she's dead. So our people just like maybe somebody if she has no problem or if she's on drugs or what, but she definitely was screaming for someone. And I don't know if they were walking and she over or that she snatched or loose or something because you can see it in the video. Let's shout again. Alicia!
All right. All right. This one. Name 3 prime time or late.
Get it real.
If you watch closely, you see somebody throw the raft over. Somebody threw the there go, they throw over. They said she way in the back.
Who was it?
Man, she jumped in the water, y'all. Man, that shit is crazy. I don't know what's wrong with these people, man. That shit don't make no kind of sense, but hey, it is what it is. Now, the next topic I want to get into, and I've spoke on this before, is Kanye motherfucking West. Man, this nigga is a billionaire stalker, dude. Like, he's stalking Pete Davidson. He's fucking stalking Kim. I'm way over that. Oh, he wants to be there for his kids, or he wants to be next to them, or he's worried about it. This is not what this is about. He wants Kim back, and this nigga has been on some crazy ass shit lately, like real fucking stalkerish. And I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. So for some reason, he felt the reason to Pete, but he had to let him know, like, I'm following you, like I'm watching you on Instagram, like, are you serious, dude? Hey, he had his money. People don't call a spade a spade, but this shit is weird. This shit is crazy. Wait, hold on, where's the photo? Right here. Look at this shit. Kanye West, and then he commented, followed. Like, are you serious, nigga? This is some weirdo shit. Let me move this screen so you guys can see it. This shit is really fucking weird. Now, this is just something what I consider to be minor, right? Okay, he followed the dude. He posted it so the whole world can know he followed the dude, right? Okay, that's a minor shit. Now, we know Kim filed for divorce. Kim wants to be separated. She's already seeing somebody else. And this nigga's crying in court. He don't want a divorce. Kanye West Honor, I object to Kim's divorce plans. Look at this dude is pathetic. This dude is really fucking sad. This is a pure example of you have a whole lot of money, still miserable. This dude is fucking sad to me. This is like this dude's an embarrassment. Not to me, but to like the people that fuck with him, people that love him. Like, it's not fucking serious. It's fuckerish. Kanye West is down with Kim Kardashian getting an order divorcing him and restoring her single status, and now he's made his objection known to the judge. Kanye's new legal docs are in response to Kim's petition to get the judge to declare her single before all the custody and property issues are resolved. That's scheduled to happen early next month, but now Kanye's lawyer is objecting. As of why, Kanye's lawyer seems to be worried Kim might remarry and move some of the assets to her separate account. Kanye seems agreeable to Kim becoming single stat, but only if safeguards are in place so the assets remain as marital property. Kanye West's lawyer says he wants three conditions, all of which his lawyer claimed Kim has rejected. One, if either of them dies, he wants to make sure any money that might be owing to either get reimbursed. Kanye wants to block Kim from transferring assets out of any trust they created. He wants Kim to waive their marital privileges pending to final custody decision. This is interesting. He wants to ensure any communication between the two of them can be part of the court record. He also wants to make sure if Kim remarries, she would waive any spousal privilege between her and her new husband. What the fuck? In other words, he wants to make sure any conversation between her and a new husband as it relates to custody would be fair game in court. As we reported, there's a prenup that keeps all of their properties separated, so it's unclear why they would be alarmed of Kanye's part. The reality here is almost certain the judge will restore Kim's single status next month. Man, she gone, bruh. It's too cold. It's over with, man. She don't want you no more. She done. She tired of this crazy ass. Shit's so obvious. It ain't nothing that, it ain't like we didn't see this shit coming. All right, now, let's go on to the last topic of today's show. Kim Powder. Y'all remember when I covered this story, I said, okay, we got a victory in the first step, but it's always the second step where they fuck us. And what I meant was you can be convicted of a crime, but you still have to be given your sentence, whether it's probation, years, life, 25 with life, 25 without life, with parole, without parole, etc. And we see this game get ran over and over again when it comes to police. Police murder us, whether it's by mistake, on purpose, or wherever the case may be. And when they are found guilty in these murders, they still only receive a slap on the wrist. Once again, this shows us that the police can kill us and go to jail for 1 or 2 years. But if you kill somebody, you don't get 10, 25 to life, maybe just life. Again, why is it so different? No wonder police is so quick to kill us. There's nothing put in place to protect us. I don't care what they say. This is factual. And the fact is, these motherfuckers is allowed to kill us, and nobody is doing nothing about it. And I'm tired of it. Why everybody else don't get a year or two when they kill somebody on mistake, on accident, or didn't mean to, or was scared? Only when it's with the fucking police. And what's so cold is, not only do we pay them to kill us, but when they are found wrongdoing, they get slaps on the wrist. And if there is any kind of civil suit, they use our tax dollars to pay it. And they still get to keep their pension and everything else that they are entitled to as a police officer. So y'all let me know, once again, like I said, how are the police under the same laws and rules we are? Y'all let me know. Y'all check this shit out. Listen to this.
Ms. Potter, will you please rise? Given all these considerations and having carefully considered the comments of the family and of both Daunte Wright and the comments of Kimberly Potter, as well as the arguments of counsel, it is the sentence and judgment of this court that you shall be.
Now, hold on. You heard what this judge just said. She said, considering what the family has said in court, the evidence, the video, pretty much everything that has happened in this whole trial, she's basing her decision off of that when she sentenced this woman. Now, listen to how much time she gets.
Be committed to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 24 months. You shall serve 2/3 of that time, or 16 months in prison, and a third on supervised release, assuming no disciplinary offenses or conditional release violations. You have credit for 58 days already served. Restitution will be reserved. There'll be a fine of $1,000 and a surcharge of $78
A fine of
to
$1,000.
be taken out of prison wages or due within 180 days. You must provide a DNA sample. You may not use or possess any firearms, ammunition, or explosives. You have the right to appeal the conviction and sentence. If you are unable to pay the cost of an appeal, you may apply for leave to appeal at state expense by contacting the state public defender. You may be seated, Ms. Potter.
Once again, they just spit in our face, y'all. And once again, we just watched the judicial system in America spit in our motherfucking face. We yelling R.I.P. recipes Daunte Wright, justice for Daunte Wright, and they do this shit every time. Every time they do this shit, every fucking time. 2 fucking years for murdering an unarmed innocent man. And ain't nobody gonna do shit about it. That's the cold shit about it. We just sit back and just let them fuck us over, and we don't give a fuck. This is real reality shit. It doesn't stop. They don't care. Come on, y'all.
Jeff Storms and attorney Tony Amanucci. We have Donna representing the parents of Daunte Wright and his family. They are very, very disappointed. They feel that very disappointed because they believe that there was no reason to have such consideration for the killer of their child. They believe that there is an apples to apples comparison. Many in the Twin Cities believe that. They believe that Muhammad Noor, a black police officer who was convicted of a lesser charge of manslaughter 2, received a much greater sentence than this white woman who killed their son Daunte Wright. So it is an apples to apples comparison in their mind. They believe that in their heart, and they just don't understand why there was consideration given to the white police woman who killed the young black man and not consideration given to a black police officer who killed a young white woman. They are trying to understand it. We're all trying to understand it. What we see today is the legal system in America in black and white. And we continue to fight for equal justice under the law. It can't just be a concept, it has to be real. And what they believe today was their son did not get the consideration that he deserved in this matter. At this time, Attorney Jeff Storms, Minnesota's own, will address you briefly. And Attorney Tony Ramanucci couldn't be with us today, but then you will hear from the parents of Daunte Wright, and then we'll try to take some of your questions.
Hold on, you guys. I gotta find the rest of that video. Hold on. I got that whole thing. You can't have that. Hold on 1 second.
Made out of the unconditional love. I'm Aubrey Wright, Daunte's father. I want to start by telling you what Daunte meant to me. Daunte meant the world to me. He was my son, made out of the unconditional love that me and his mother have for each other. Daunte was every man's dream. My first child with my wife, and he was a boy. I was so proud to be his father. He was handsome. He was my son. He was my prince. Daunte was my reason. He was my reason to do better. A father's love is so powerful and deep, it's hard for me to put it into words. But I need you to hear me when I say I love my son with all my heart. I've been there for his first words, first day of school. All basketball games, the birth of his son. It hurts my heart that Daunte will not have these memories with his son, Daunte Jr. Daunte Jr. will only remember his dad from the stories and memories that we tell. They only had a very short year together. Because of Kim's recklessness, Daunte was my go-to guy, my helper around the house. People say he was funny like me, he looked like me, he was cool like me. I would watch Daunte as he slept for many years, thinking, wondering how his future would be and what he would become. And I would kiss and hug him, and he would not like me to do that, obviously, but I would do it anyway. And I would always tell him that no matter what, I got you. From the day he was born until April 11th, I had him. I was always there for my son. Daunte's life was cut short by Kim Potter, who claims she thought she had a taser. She pointed her gun into my chest, into my son's chest, and pulled the trigger, not only killing Daunte by damaging his heart to the point of unrepairable, she also damaged my whole family's heart. Nothing will ever be the same. Everything we do as a family ends in tears, because all we have is memories left of our son. What should be happy times turns into sadness. Kim Potter was trained to prevent this thing from ever, to prevent this type of thing from ever happening. She was a police officer longer than my son, who was alive. I asked that Kim Potter be held accountable and that the maximum sentence be applied, which is incomparable to the life sentence we have been given because her negligence. My son Daunte's life was taken away.
The father asks that she receive the maximum penalty because they have to deal with the maximum penalty of not having Daunte around for the rest of their life. Don't sound like a bad option for me.
Way too soon. And he's never coming back. It affected my whole family. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube.
All right, so I got one more video I want you to check out. The mother's going to speak after the sentence. And you know she's hurt by this bullshit, so let's tap in.
And Aubrey, the parents of Daunte Wright, knowing that many of their family members said, you know, do you believe that we'll get equal justice? And I told them I believe they would. I thought we had reached a new precedent in America where we were going to see equal justice regardless of the ethnicity of the offending party and the victims. And so a lot of them said, Attorney Crump, you really believe it? I said, we're fighting to make it equal justice. And they said, we normally don't see that in America. And we tried to encourage them to believe that it is equal justice in America. But when we have sentences like this, it makes it difficult to make those arguments, because wasn't Muhammad Noor trying to do the exact same thing they said Kim Potter was trying to do? He was trying to look out for his fellow officers' safety as well. He was very remorseful as well. But they didn't make a downward departure for the black police officer like they made for this white police woman. And that's problematic to many people of color in America, that we continue to see this intellectual justification to make sure that seems like they get the most of justice and we get the most of injustice. And that's what we're struggling with at this moment. So this is very emotional for them. This is their baby. Miss Katie will address you first, and then her husband, Aubrey, Daunte's father, will address you.
Oh. Kim Potter murdered my son, and he died April 11th. Today, the justice system murdered him all over
Real
again.
shit.
To sit there and watch pouring my heart out in my victim impact statement that took so long to write, and I reread it over and over again, to not get a response out of the judge at all. But then when it came down convicting or to sentencing Kim Potter, she broke out in tears. So once again, we are standing here to say that we're very disappointed in the outcome. Yes, we got a conviction, and we thank everybody for that. But again, this isn't okay. This is the problem with our justice system today. White women tears trumps.
Wow.
Trumps justice. And I thought my white women tears would be good enough because they're true and genuine. But when they're coerced, coached, and taught by the defense attorney, I guess we didn't have a win in this at all. Thank you.
Real shit. Salute to them.
I want to just say, I feel cheated. I feel hurt. I'm very upset that my son's life was taken, and that it seemed to me that nobody even cared enough. It was like they were so tied up into her feelings and what's going on with her that they forgot about my son being killed. A life was taken.
Real shit. Call that shit.
And
call that shit.
It's just sad to say that I feel like we was tricked. We was limited on everything, on what to even say, I feel like. And it's just sad that our justice system, we actually thought we was going to get a little justice. Nothing could ease our mind from Daunte being killed.
No justice.
But just the fact of knowing that this lady was going to pay for that, it gave us a little sense of hope, like, things were going to get a little bit better. But now I walk out of this courthouse feeling like people are laughing at us because this lady got a slap on the wrist, and we still every night sitting around crying, waiting on my son to come home. I'm upset.
Real shit. Real shit.
And the emotions are real. One of Daunte's family members told me just now, people in our community have gotten sentenced to greater time for selling marijuana than she got for killing our cousin. Let that sink in. There are Black people in prison serving greater time for selling marijuana, which is legal in most states, than this police officer got for killing this young Black man.
That's some real motherfucking shit, guys. And it fucks me up because this shit keeps continuing to happen. It ain't nothing we can do about it. Salute Miss Howard, see you in the building. It ain't nothing we can do about it, man, but sit back and just talk about this shit. That's why I got to give it to them racist Trump motherfuckers. They did Trump the way they did Trump. They rushed the Capitol. They got busy. The niggas got arrested. And Trump is campaigning to free all them niggas and let them all out and go for riding for him. They keep killing us, and we don't do nothing. But we quick to turn the guns on each other, man. I'm tired of this shit, and we got to do better. As always, I'm Senseo Official. I'd like to welcome you motherfuckers to the Hood on Lock. I'm going to get back to y'all as soon as I can, though. I'm working on it. I'm going as fast as I can, but I will be back. Peace. up? You rocking with King, and I'd like to welcome you to the Hood King of Content.
Bitch!
Wow! I'm watching this live.